Welcome back to episode 21. I have found my problem, and my problem was my crushing factory. I said there was another issue as well, but it's not the crushing factory that I actually need. It's the enrichment chamber, which is the one that we need to build first, annoyingly. So first up, let's get another steel casing going. And the enrichment chamber up to basic tier and then up to just craft more 10 more of those. Yeah, so the enrichment chamber is one that turns the ores into a processable material, not the crushing factory. I'm used to the pulverizer from thermal being the way to go, which acts in much the same way as the crusher for many other aspects. Mechanism has a different processing tree. Its later processing tree is in fact like a much higher multiplication of ores, which we'll probably want to get into, but is not my first port of call. And apologies if you can hear storm outside. It has started raining quite severely. Right, so let's very quickly input that side, output that side, energy that side, and extra that side. So that starts processing the iron ore. Yes, perfectly. Right, the other aspect, needed to use an external storage with a whitelist mode and a higher priority, and now the ores and the like will go where they're told. So let's just bung those straight into there, and that will start processing up. That's going to massively drain our capacitors and power production, so I want to get my other two water wheels up and running, which is the other part for today. But that is now at least doing what it's meant to do. Why are these not processing? Oh, this hasn't had the auto ejector on. There we go. And then these will process into metals and be taken straight out. Perfect. Okay, so that's really going to cripple our power, but that's fine. It'll take a while for it to get too bad. Actually, half stack cobble. Except that's producing tin and copper of a type that don't auto go into does no. Okay, solve that problem later, just have that happen for now. Let's get the power sorted first. Okay. What? Acacia's our best one, actually. Let's just do that. I'm gonna want to get some more creosote going on as well. Right. Excellent. How are we doing for coal actually? Oh, we've got plenty. Yeah, let's just take a stack and get that cooking. Doesn't matter if that fills up fuel. Right. Water wheels. So I'll get these bilks. You've seen me craft a couple of these already, so I'll get this laid out so we can get on with some other stuff and be back momentarily. Okay, we're back. So power production is now much better downstairs. Time to get some advancements to our gear. So we want luck and fortune on some of these items. I could have sworn it was 70 odd for luck, but I will take that it is not. That works very nicely for me. Luck 2 is like 120. Okay, right. So have a level on each of those. Basically, we need more ender pearls in quite a substantial number, and we need more lapis in order to help get it, which is why we've just improved those pieces. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. And having some sharper, faster swinging things is going to help. Now we're kind of in a slightly stuck position for getting ender pearls. Like, making a mob farm isn't going to be the most efficient way because of not having caves filled in downstairs. It'd take a very long time to sort all of that out. Though I do think we are basically going to need to bite the bullet and try to build a mob farm, which will probably be like in this kind of region. But speaking of Enderman, there's one over there with some skeletons. Just need to be a bit careful. Right, and then 2 hits to kill is pretty good. Could do with it being a little bit better, but you know, I'll take 2 for the moment. But yeah, so our general thing here is going to be about getting more ender pearls sorted out, more more lapis obtained so that we can more easily get ender pearls, because I want to get into that wireless part and really, I think, get towards going and fighting the ender dragon for the first time. Oh, there's another enderman. I'll take that. Yeah, I think we want to be fighting the ender dragon sooner rather than later. Admittedly, we're going to want flight for that and a good crossbow, which crossbow we can certainly do now, although I really don't know what materials I'm going to want in it. Flight is still a ways off through the astral sorcery method, which I think is going to be the most efficient. 2 ender pearls is definitely good. Can we just melt those down? Will that actually... It will. No. It will in a melter, but not in the... Oh, it will just... It has to be fully... fully repaired. Although... 1 gold for... Oh, when we... Yeah, no, I won't be able to repair it in this, will I? That's only a little bit. No, okay, right, fine. Just scrap that. That's fine. Random radish. Okay, yeah, so let's see about getting that wireless part, sorting it up and running. So to do it, we're going to need a wireless transmitter, which is an advanced processor machine casing. No, wrong one. That one. We need some more quartz enriched iron. Just cook up 20 of that. So cook up one of those and a advanced processor. And then the wireless grid is going to need another advanced processor. I think we want the wireless crafting grid. Wireless crafting monitor. No, not wireless crafting grid. There we go. Yeah, it's going to need another 2 advanced processors. Two improved, 1 destruction and 1 construction core. One view. Crafting table. And we'll need another machine core. Cool. So that should be everything we're going to need. So first up, let's make a wireless transmitter. And second up, let's make a crafting grid into a, and then need some more quartz. Wireless crafting grid. Excellent. Now all I've got to do is remember how I charge the thing. Might need a separate device for charging, although actually there we go. Right, so this has to be placed on a cable and it will then transmit from that position. So yeah, it starts with, that's got to be placed on the top of the cable, hasn't it? Annoying. Not impossible to deal with. There we go. So at the moment it only has a range of 16 blocks, but that can be enhanced. With a range modifier. Range upgrade from fine storage, which needs 3 ender pearls per 1, which you can see why we need some more of those. Improved processors per upgrade is what, 4 spots? 4 spots. How many ender pearls do we have? How much are we actually going to be able to improve the range on it? We can get 3 upgrades. I think we'll only go with 2 to start with. So 2 of those cooked up, please. And we're going to need another bunch of quartz. So 1. 2. 1 and 2. So that will get a fairly reasonable range upgrade. That was 8 blocks per. Ooh. Still, 32 block distance is pretty good. Oh, this needs to be paired with a controller first. There we go. Shift click on the controller to pair it, and then you can access it wherever. Which is nice. Sort by display, normal, ascending, name. There we go. That's how we like it. So the question becomes, how far can we travel and still have access? Out here, that's good. Can we get up to... Right, so not quite here yet. Here is our boundary line. So yeah, we're going to need the other 2 on it, and even then it might not reach all the way up to the top of there, but that's at least a start. Can probably then put one on the cable that's over there, and be a little bit closer for some of it. But yeah, that's a nice little boost. Means that while I'm digging around in the basement, I don't need to go up and down. Right, so I think I'm going to be spending a lot of time mining between this episode and next. Get some more lapis, so I can improve the fortune and luck ratings on each of the items that use them. And yeah, just generally preparing for what we're going to want to do for astral sorcery, which the next step is getting a few bits of extra work tools, and not machines per se, but like the Starlight Infuser we need to have up and running. We're going to want the, what's the other thing called, ritual pedestals going, so that we can start having a few different rituals like plant growth and the important one, mineral growth, so turning nearby stone into ores of varying types. Because my plan, and this is where it gets a little bit on the cheeky side, is to have a cobblestone generator into a furnace to create stone to be placed near a ritual, and then harvested once it becomes a ore type, for just an infinite ore generation. Slow, admittedly, but any passive ore generation is extremely useful. So that's our mid-term goal, I think. So we want to be working towards those kind of things. Whether I automate a few of the astral sorcery things first or jump straight to that and then automate afterwards, I don't know yet. But that's our next plan. So I'm going to mine and get the resources together for all of that off camera between episodes, and come back next time and we can see which parts of it we can get started with. Thank you for joining me here. See you then.